Well, what do you mean? God's not the author of confusion, right?
Exactly.
But I'm
So when you're
confused,
saying
Mark.
that the
This doesn't
trees of
make
the
any
Garden
sense.
of Eden, let me know when you'd like me to finish.
Oh, sorry. No, I
So
was
those
still
trees in
finishing
the
my
Garden of
sentence
Eden,
there. Go
because
ahead.
you don't have an understanding of why they're there, then obviously they have no purpose.
Can you think of a
That
good
seems
reason to put the
unusual as a
trees
way
there,
of
Mark?
figuring it out.
To add them
I'm
to the
sorry?
scenario? Can you think of a good reason to add those trees to the scenario?
You know, I've never given it much thought because I've never worried about figuring it out. There were other things that I
You
was
don't want, I
more
mean,
concerned with.
huh. I kind of like to have things make sense. So, I mean, you know, why would God do such a thing? Why would God put the trees there in the beginning? Why would God make the trees? Why would God make the bad
Yeah,
guy? You know, these are questions. You mean these questions don't
these
come
are
up when you
great
read the Bible?
questions. But at the end of the day, I'm confused as to why God has to make sense so that I can feel good about the scenario.
Hmm. Well, if I'm going to be worshiping something, I'd like that something to make sense. It's just kind of a thing. I mean, number one, worshiping is weird. That's weird for me. But if I was going to worship something, I'd like it to make sense. And so when I go through the Bible and
Right.
it doesn't start to make sense to me, and I have lots of questions and I don't really get very many answers, I'm not going to just follow it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. So can we
Absolutely.
answer some of these
And it,
questions and see if we can make sense of it?
absolutely. But at the end of the day, here's my issue with that.
Huh.
I don't need God to make sense to me.
You don't need this to
I
make sense to
understand
you.
things. Certainly, I understand certain things intellectually and all of that.
Help
But
me
my
understand. Yeah.
expectations, God, if you don't make sense to me, then I can't worship you because I need to be the higher power here, right?
No. Why is
Well,
understanding
for
mean
sure, because
higher
you're the
power?
arbiter of what's sense and what's not, and what's true and what's not. And in
Uh-huh.
the place of the trees, because they
Hmm.
don't make sense to me, then they don't make sense at all. Well, then that means that you're your God, right, Michael?
I I don't know. What do you mean by God? Define God. How am I a God? I don't have any powers.
Sure. The ultimate arbiter of truth in my life.